You are watching Dime a Dozen on MTGO Academy featuring Jason Moore.
Hi folks, this is Jason Moore here with MTGOacademy.com and welcoming you to today's edition of that's right, Dime a Dozen. Well, we just played a Pauper daily event with this deck that you see before you, and I'm calling this Izzet Cruise Control. You could definitely call it Blue-Red Delver if you want, but basically it's a control deck that is built around Treasure Cruise. Why Treasure Cruise? Well, this card is Ancestral Recall. Just let that process for a minute. So my question for the format is, why the hell would you not play with this card? It is ridiculously powerful. It is pretty much too good not to play at this point. So this is a control deck that wants to play all 8 fetch lands in order to fill up our graveyard and fix our colors. It's also playing a lot of 1 mana spells. This is very important that we play cheap 1 mana Thought Scour just to fill up our graveyard even that much more. And we're playing some of the best cards in the format. Really great cards, including Delver of Secrets, Ponder, Lightning Bolt, Counterspell, and Mole Drifter. We also have this Archaeomancer here, which can act as like a Snapcaster Mage that gets a critical spell out of our graveyard or something that we milled away with Thought Scour. Frostburn Weird is a way to close out the game. It can block the ground. It's very cheap to cast, and in the late game just attacks for 4 and closes out the game really quickly, which sometimes this deck needs to do. And then also Stagger Shock is a burn spell that can go to the face. It lets us leave up mana for permission, and it also sometimes is a 2-for-1 against creature decks, taking out 2 guys. So this deck is just dripping with card advantage. It's ridiculous how quickly we can draw all of the cards. On multiple occasions, I've finished out a game with 1 card left in my library. So the way this assumes control and superiority is by playing a bajillion spells in a single turn. Sometimes you can cast 2 copies of Treasure Cruise in 1 turn. You can easily cast 3 copies of Treasure Cruise over the course of a reasonably lengthy game, and definitely higher. And you're just doing like 5 things a turn when your opponent's doing only 1 or 2. So this deck can really just rip through the cards in its deck and tear apart the opponent's game plan. In our sideboard, we've got a lot of 1-ofs, which you can find very easily with all this draw between Cruise, Mole Drifter, Thought Scour, and Ponder. So we've got a lot of 1-ofs that, from Graveyard Hate here to Creature Control to Mass Sweepers, Mass Removal. Echoing Truth is also good at just hitting any type of permanent that we don't want to see on the table. And then we've got the requisite Hydroblast and Pyroblast. And we've got a Singleton Negate because in terms of permission, it's kind of tricky in blue-red to figure out what permission you want to play. But Negate is a pretty good pseudo catch-all that hits just a lot of spells that can be problematic. And then 2 copies of Raze, which I'm trying out to hopefully do something against Tron and Familiars, hopefully disrupt them. So I hope you guys enjoy watching this deck. I've enjoyed playing it for a couple days now. I've been playing like 20 to 25 matches, and I've been pretty happy with the results. But I wanted to take it into a daily to really test it out and get some more top-tier competition. Let me know what you think about the list, about my gameplay, about the deck building aspects of it, anything you want to talk about. And I hope you guys stay tuned in and enjoy this daily event. Thanks for watching.
Do you love to play Magic Online but have a tight budget? Check out MTGO Academy's Academy Budget Bot in the Magic Online Classifieds. All cards in stock are cheaper than 1 event ticket.
Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to round 1 of this Pauper daily event. We're playing against Longtime Gone, who's played in the PDC and Gatherling PRE events, I guess I should say. And this hand is incredibly slow. We're on the draw. We do have Ponder. I think it might be slightly too slow, just having 4 different fetch lands. I haven't really had to face this situation before, so I'm gonna tentatively keep but I'm not sure that it's the best hand to start us off with. So it looks like we're playing against possibly mono black. So that means we probably will have some time to develop this hand a little bit. So we'll go ahead and pass. And we're going to get a blue source to get ponders and stuff available. Kumbai Witches is not a huge problem for this deck. So now I guess we'll go ahead and ponder. What we're going to be looking for is some card advantage, i.e. Treasure Cruise. Delver is also fine. But we do face the issue of wanting to throw away one of these lands. The Flame Slash will help us deal with some of his creatures. I don't really think we need to keep all of these. I think I'm just going to take the Treasure Cruise, actually. And depending what he plays, will prompt whether or not we want to get another blue source for Counterspell or not. And we're holding on this fetch land in case he plays Chittering Rats. We might shuffle away another land. Or we might just choose to shuffle before he plays anything. So we're going to take one. Okay, he didn't play anything. The only real risk to us at this point is a Okiba Gang Shinobi. And not all the lists play that. So I'm going to just leave up Counterspell. And I'm going to get my red source. We're going to Thought Scour at the end of turn if he does nothing. And that's going to get us set up for Treasure Cruise, which is really awesome. So it's our upkeep. And we're waiting for him. Hopefully my connection is fine. Yeah, my connection is fine. We end up hitting another fetch land. So we'll go ahead and play that. And before we cast Thought Scour, we will crack. He didn't play a land, so we're actually fine right here. He's got a very slow start, and I'm not sure if he's got his fourth land. We'll have to see. Hopefully no Bajuka Bog. Nope. Alright, so he's not doing anything. Looks like he's probably got a Gray Merchant. I'm going to go ahead and Thought Scour myself. Okay, and we'll untap. So we have 7 in the yard right now. We can Treasure Cruise if we want. But I think I'm just going to leave up Stagger Shock and Counterspell, and we're going to desperately pray that he doesn't have Bajuka Bog. We have so many cards right now that it's not really important. So another Witch. I'm going to go ahead and counter it. So we can start doing other things. And I'll go ahead and I'll get a third blue source. Now that might be bad pre-combat because he can Bajuka Bog it. So we'll keep that in mind. Oh, and he totally does. But that's okay. Not the end of the world. So now we have Delver and Frostburn Weird. I'm going to go ahead and play them both. And I'm going to play it so that Delver does not get hit with Geth's Verdict. He may hit us with Gray Merchant. Yeah, so that was a misplay. We shouldn't have done that. I'm pretty sure we can block this with impunity. He might just Merchant us. Oubliette. So I'll go ahead and just get another red source. We can play Mole Drifter. Again, it might be wrong to Evolving Wilds here because I think he actually played his land that turn. But because of Bajuka Bog. So now we'll just play Mole Drifter. And as you can see, we have no shortage of ways to draw cards at this point, and we'll play Delver. So he's got 3 cards. We have virtually much more than 4 cards in our hand. Oh, okay. Well, that was actually a huge flub because he has a Kumbai Witch on the board. And he's got another Oubliette. So I should probably slow down a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and Muldrifter and try and find a removal spell for his Witch. Yeah, that was just a ridiculous flub, but we're okay. He has no more threats here, so he's going to Victim it. That's also fine. And we find the Flame Slash and the Bolt. I'm going to Bolt this, and I'm going to save the Flame Slash for a Gray Merchant. And yeah, I'm really interested in saving time on the clock. So that is why I've been playing a little bit too fast. Obviously that Delver came in and got destroyed, but I don't think that's going to have a huge impact on the game. So I'm going to try and check my... Okay, never mind. Clearly it was him. He's just passing now. So we have 5 cards in the yard. We can go ahead and draw 3 here. Or we can play the Drifter. I'm going to draw 3. And we're not going to save any of these. We're leaving up mana to use Bolt and Counterspell. We find another Treasure Cruise. So we'll just pass. If he does nothing, we can Stagger Shock him, but I don't think it's necessary. This is only 7 points of burn, so let's go ahead and just pass. Priority. So now we have 5, 6, 7, 8, so we have enough mana to leave up Counterspell. I'm going to play the Island, though, so that we still have a Bolt up. We may have to pitch some cards, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so we may have to pitch a card here. I might just Bolt him. He's going to kill this one as well. With Tendrils, that gains him some life, but that's okay. And we'll just Bolt him to the face, I guess. We can also Thought Scour here. See what else we find. Yeah, so we have 8 cards. We'll go ahead and Bolt him once. But as you can see, no shortage of gas. We're down to 23 cards in our library, and he has 45, I think. So we've drawn 21 more cards than him already. And he's just sitting back on removal, so no big deal. Let's go ahead and fire off another Treasure Cruise, I guess. And we'll get a red source. I believe I clicked on it. Let me try again. Yeah, so we're experiencing some lag, it seems. There it goes. This is Treasure Cruise number 3. Which one did I miss? None. So we should be able to just flood the board here. Nope, doesn't look like it. So we'll pitch 2 lands here. Or we can just burn them, but that's not necessary either. We'll just pitch 2 lands. And I guess this is only Treasure Cruise number 2, but it feels like more. Sign in Blood. We'll let it go. This game is pretty slow. So Phyrexian Rager, I will let resolve. Chittering Rats, I could counter, but I actually have Stagger Shock on deck. So we'll just kill both of his guys. And here we can cruise for 4, so I'll do it in a way that leaves up Counterspell. We're a little low on cards, but I think we can get there. Pretty confident. So we have a Delver. We could Thought Scour here, but I want to save my mana, so we'll play Delver, and we'll play Mountain. Now, if he removes it, we still don't have to counter that. This is our... Oh, it is a Tendrils, though. So maybe we want to counter that. He's got 4 cards left. We have a couple counter spells left. We have 2 Delvers in the yard, so there's 1 left. We also have Frostburn Weird. We don't have to counter this, but I think it's okay. He's probably going to kill it anyway, but he won't gain 7 life. Yep, that's fine. And there's Bajuka Bog. So we'll go ahead and ponder. We want the Frostburn Weird. I don't think we need the rest of the stuff. But you never know. I'm actually going to Thought Scour it away. It puts us really low on drawing action, though. Because he can just go back with that... Okay, now we have the counter for it. We can Treasure Cruise and play both guys. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. It puts us pretty low, but I think we're going to be okay. Wait, did we play a land? Okay, so I'll do it like this. And he has no cards, so he's hellbent. I think I hit F4, so... We don't need to Thought Scour ourselves. We can Thought Scour him if we want. We can also counter this Chainer's Edict. And he has no more in his hand. Thought Scouring him is a little risky. We only have 6 cards left, so we really need to put something on the table. Probably another Delver. And there's a Delver, but there's also an Archaeomancer, which can get us back a counterspell. So let's do that. And now it's time to just try and close this out. Five cards left in the yard. So here goes nothing. Chittering Rats is fine. We can Thought Scour him. Yeah, so we'll do this. Then we'll Thought Scour him. And we'll bolt that. We milled out a Gray Merchant. Yeah, so I think this is going to work as long as he doesn't rip like crazy. So now I think his clock is ticking down. Hopefully it's not us. Yeah, we seem to be going well. And we're going to have 4 cards left in the yard. We know the one on top is an island. Yeah, I really hope it's not us lagging. I hope it's him. But it seems to be the case. Everything's quite responsive, and his clock is ticking down. I think there's one other way we can check, which is to go here, see if we can trade with people. Yeah, I think that's a way to check. Okay, here we go. Alright, so let's see what he does. Pestilence we're going to counter. And he's actually dead here. So we have a bolt, which brings him down to 6. And we have 6 exactly. So we win. Excuse me. So he should just concede, but that's okay. One, two, three. And that's it. So we win the game with 3 cards left in our library. The record is winning with 1 card left in my library and resolving 5 copies of Treasure Cruise, the 4 that we have naturally, and 1 with Archaeomancer. Just in case you were wondering. Okay, so there's only a couple cards we want to bring in here. And I'm trying to remember what I've been boarding out. I think I've been boarding out the Electrostatic Bolt. Because unlike Stagger Shock, it can't get us any kind of 2-for-1. It's still pretty good. But this also deals with witches. And I like Negate here. As you can see, he had Pestilence on the table. And Nihil Spellbomb is okay, depending on whether or not they bring in Font of Return and stuff like that. That's another reason I like Negate. And it obviously hits the Chainer's Edicts and stuff, which is not a huge value, but every little bit of value actually adds up. Flame Slash helps us deal with Grey Merchant. Echoing Truth might be fine against Oubliette. I'm not sure what we want to take out. It would also get rid of Pestilence for a time. So we would have to cut one other card. And I like all of these other pieces, to be honest. I could see cutting the Archaeomancer. It doesn't really fight, so maybe we just cut that. It did lock the game out for us, because if he had Pestilence there, we probably would have milled ourselves out. So there's a thought. Any other cards to consider? Not really. Is there anything we could cut to make the Echoing Truth work? I think the Echoing Truth is just a little bit narrow. Usually Pestilence, I think we can fight through. He can kill a couple guys, and then we should still be all right. So I'm going to submit. And see how this goes. We're up 1-0. We're going to be on the draw, I believe. He chooses to play first. And we can definitely keep this hand. So we will. He may duress. He may have duress. Not sure. Okay, we have a Delver on tap. So we'll go ahead and start like this. And it's a Font of Return, so he's getting that on the board right away. We'll probably want to play out Spellbomb in that case, just so he has no way of dealing with it. Just like we have no way of dealing with the font other than doing what we're about to do. So let's go ahead. The cool thing about Thought Scour with Delver is that if you see a card you don't really want, you can... okay, well... oh, Duress. That's fine. He'll probably take a Stagger Shock, or... I don't know. It's the only unique card. He's probably also going to kill our Delver. Okay, he's going to play Witch, which means we're going to have to Flame Slash that. Unless we flip. It's a Ponder, so we'll definitely reveal and we'll definitely keep that. We're going to actually cast it here. We probably kill the Witch also. But what we're going to try and do here is find some lands, and we find a bunch. We find a counterspell. So what I want to do is draw the island now, and then I guess we're going to Thought Scour him to get the rest of these cards. So go ahead and Flame Slash this girl, these girls, and attack, and we're going to Thought Scour him. I'm just saying that to mentally remind myself. So Rager's fine. We're going to wait and make sure he doesn't play a Bajuka Bog yet. He does. Okay, so that takes out 4 of our cards. So now we're going to Thought Scour him, and we have, what's it called on deck? Counterspell. We get a Chainer's Edict, not great, but we do get another Witch, which is kind of okay. Yeah, so these are all the cards we know about. Go ahead and attack. So if he activates this, we can respond with the Spell Bomb. Maybe we wanted to Flame Slash there. Sign and Bled is fine. Rats, I'm going to go ahead and counter. He's at 5 mana, so at this point, I think we don't need to do the Spell Bomb yet, but we're pretty close to doing that. This time I'll Scour myself. We scoured away a Delver. So I'll go ahead and Flame Slash this. Play Delver. Attack him. Again, we can wait till he responds or till he does something. But at the same time, if he gets up to whatever mana, we might be in trouble. That's also fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we want to do it at the end of our turn here. There's a Tendrils, so that's kind of bad. Thought Scour, we do want to reveal. We're going to Thought Scour him, and we'll Thought Scour us. We find a negate. That's really awesome. Let's go ahead and get rid of his graveyard. Negate does not stop Grey Merchant, but it does stop that Chainer's Edict. Yep, Chainer's Edict gone. So Grey Merchant's going to resolve. We'll Flame Slash it. It is a little rough because he can get it back. He goes up to 12. We go down to 15. I'll go ahead and negate that. Flame Slash his guy, then we'll Treasure Cruise. Find a counter spell. We'll save that in case he has a Bog. Chittering Rats, so we'll get rid of this Evolving Wilds. Then we can counter a Grey Merchant, so we're actually looking pretty good. This Delver just needs to hit 3 more times, so I'm feeling really good about that. There's an island, and I'll attack him down to 6. He may Faunt here. He is going to Faunt. I'm going to counter that. Even if he kills the Delver with something cheaper, I'm going to counter the Grey Merchant, so that's fine. He's deciding, yeah, he does it, blah, blah, blah. So he's got Grey Merchant and an Unknown. He's just going to slam Grey Merchant. I'm going to slam Counterspell. F6. He disfigures my guy. Big whoop. Here comes Mole Drifter. We'll cast it so that we can use a Ponder or something. And we'll go ahead and play a Mountain. So now he has to deal with this too. Oh, he does. We're at 9. I'll trade with with that. There's a Frostburn Weird. We'll go ahead and play the land as well. He's doing pretty good. Hitting the gray merchants is really tough for us. Actually, turn off auto yields. I'm going to go ahead and trade. And yeah, we'll do that. So he's got one gray merchant left. We'll go ahead and play this because Chittering Rats is a pain. We have 16 cards in the deck. He's at 14. We're at 3. He just plays a land. Uh-oh. We're getting really flooded. This could be it, guys. But we still have one game to play, and we'll be on the play. Ooh. All right. We're going to concede. Okay, we got really flooded there. Couple things. He hit a bunch of gray merchants. That Font of Return, we maybe should have just let him basically have the Chainer's Edict, even though we got him down to like 6. What else seemed like? There was probably one or two other misplays in there, but it's hard to beat like 4 gray merchants. So he had those 3 and he had the font for it. So that's going to happen. Echoing Truth, I'm not seeing a whole lot of use for. So I think we're just going to leave it as is, and we're going to go to game 3 here. It's 1-1. It's neck and neck, and we're using up a lot more time than I was hoping for. We have to just kind of run for our lives here. Just play quickly, but hopefully efficiently as well. As you can see in that game, we also went to below 20 cards. So this hand's really dicey. I'm going to have to mulligan. If this were a ponder, I would keep it. But I'm going to have to mulligan. And this hand we can keep. Hopefully no turn 1 duress. But we'll see. Counterspell we will reveal. Play our land. Attack. Hello? Oh. I'm a little cautious about playing Thought Scour. I'll go ahead and play it. Witches is fine. And we'll F6. Yeah, we'll play Evolving Wilds. Eventually be able to kill the witch. So he's on the clock already, which is good. We did lose a treasure cruise in that exchange. He's going to attack me for 1. Chittering Rats I will kill. And then if he just passes, I'll fetch and I'll kill the witch also. Okay, so I think we're on the play, so I guess he did not miss a land yet. Sack. Got a little more lag, unfortunately, running this program and running this match. Keep trying to do that. We're a little strapped for time here. Oh boy. I hope we didn't disconnect. I think we're still in the game. There we go. Mountain. Okay, that's all we got to do there. Okay, so we're going to bolt. Play a land. Attack with all creatures. Font of Return, I'll go ahead and counter. It's worth countering. If he has a removal spell, that's fine too. Yep. And we'll sack this now. Even though he might have Bajuka Bog, he is low enough that we could conceivably burn him. Sign in Blood, so he's at 9. Font of Return, okay. And now we'll leave in Bolt and Counterspell. Which one didn't I hit? There's 2 Counterspells. Okay, let's do that. There's a negate, and we have 7 points of burn in hand. So he's got 4 cards. He's going for Grey Merchant, so that's going to resolve. He goes up to 11. We're not going to do anything. We have a Flame Slash, so I don't think we actually Flame Slash him. I guess we have to. That's interesting. It cuts down his Devotion, but it gives him a chance to use this font, which really kind of sucks. That we're going to negate. And he might just leave up Font of Return at this point. So this is 7 points. So there's nothing else we could draw that'll just burn him. He's just going to use it now. But he may set up for something else. So Archaeomancer gets back Counterspell. That's really awesome. We're going to keep all of this. I think we want Muldrifter next, though. Actually, do we have enough burn to kill him? Not anymore, because we put the Muldrifter on top. Yeah, I'm going to get the Counterspell. We could get the Treasure Cruise, but I'm going to take the Counterspell. And I'm pretty sure we can win as long as we stop. He has to do Grey Merchant now. And then that gets him up to 14. But I think after that we're probably okay. Question mark. We have a Lightning Bolt. So what did he get with that font? He got Rats, Witch, and Merchant. And he has so much more time on the clock. He's going for Rats. Oh, he's going for Rager. All right, I'm just going to kill all his stuff. Sure. So I could just save Stagger Shock here, or I could use my mana more efficiently. I'm going to save Stagger Shock. We'll just pass. Okay, you got it. Okay, we take 2. If he goes for Shinobi, we can kill that. Which is fine, we'll bolt it right now. Tendrils is also fine. Not ideal, but fine. So now we're kind of messed up because we have this Muldrifter. I guess we'll Divination with it. Okay. Well, we're running very low on time. He's got 3 cards. Our burn plan kind of went out the window with that tendrils. Well, maybe not. We've got 6 points of burn. So we can kill anything that hits the table. He's obviously trying to find an opening. We'll do it like that. I think we probably should have left up double red, though. He's going to kill this. No, he's not going to kill this. Oh, maybe he's going with the tendrils. Oh, okay. He's down to 2 cards. Get some more blue. This is a little bad against Bojuka Bog, sure. But we're getting to the point where our mana is just going to pay for Treasure Cruise anyway, kind of. So, yep, that's fine. Yeah, kind of a mistake, but again, not a huge deal. He does have Chainer's Edict here, so I'm still going to play this. It's one of our better threats to kill him, but we've got plenty of resources. Time is the one that's running out the most. I mean, we can do 10 to him with Frostburn Weird, but I still want to hold. Yeah, that's fine. He's got 2 other cards. Chittering Rats. Okay. I'm going to bolt his guy, though. I'm going to Thought Scour myself. And there's a Treasure Cruise for 3 mana. I'll take it. And we'll pass. I'm actually going to let him have this because I'm going to Flame Slash it. What we want to kill is something like a Font of Return. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we have enough for Muldrifter Flame Slash, right? 8. So we got to do it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll get another red source here and we'll pass. I think he knows we have Counterspell, right? We got it with our Chaomancer. So things are looking good. We've got a lot of gas. We're just going to play another Muldrifter if he kills this one. Okay. It's fine. We've still got plenty of Delvers left. We've only seen 1. The Counterspell's fine, so I'll take that, but I'll get rid of the rest. And we're thinning out like all the lands in our deck pretty much. This actually happens pretty often, which is kind of interesting. I'm going to get rid of all my red so that I can maybe draw a Delver. And we're less than 5 minutes, so we really need to start clamping down. There's a Delver. I don't have time to play the Spell Bomb, but I'll play it next turn, and I think we're good. So he's got 2 cards in hand. The Edict is fine. We've got 2 counter spells, so I think we're actually okay. Okay, so he's got 1 card in hand. Things are looking awesome. No. We'll play this. We'll get one of our last islands. And we'll go ahead and attack. So this he can actually cast twice. But that's okay. We have more Delvers. We got 23 cards left in hand, so that's fine. So we'll just pass here. If we find a guy, we'll blow up his graveyard. We have 6 cards in hand, so we'll start burning him soon. I think that's our last land. We have 9 cards in our graveyard, 4 minutes. This is getting really intense. But I think we got Delvers, so... There's a Mole Drifter is going to take us to 8 cards. So let's go ahead and get this. We'll cast. We may have to... Okay, I'm going to Thought Scour him once. I could Ponder. We're running out of time here. I want to leave up double Counterspell, so I'm just going to bolt him to the face and pass. Oubliette, I'm going to go ahead and counter at this point. Tendrils, I could counter it. There's a couple things I could do, because I could Stagger Shock my guy. I'm just going to counter it, though. Gray Merchant will gain him 2. Doesn't matter, we have Flame Slash. So we're going to Flame Slash, Ponder, see what's left in our deck. We have a Delver. I don't think we have enough cards to to kill him in time. I think we're going to run out of cards. I don't think we do enough damage here. Okay, I'm going to Stagger Shock him. Oh, it's just enough. If he does, you know what? I think it's just enough to kill him. I think we're killing him for exact damage. Because Delver's going to flip. And we'll hit him for 10. We have a counterspell to back it up. How insane is that? As long as he doesn't have a Chainer's Edict, we're going to kill him. Wow. Unbelievable. As long as I set this up correctly. Yep. That's it. Let's make sure we do all of this properly. How insane is that? He has 1 card left. And it's a land, and we got him! With 2 cards left in our library. Okay, let's just make sure we do it properly. Crazy. Wow, we win the match with 2 minutes left on the clock. 1 card left in the library. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back for round number 2.
Curious about the price of a Magic Online card? Try our searchable price guide on the right sidebar of any MTGOacademy.com page.
Hello, supporters of MTGO Academy. We're here in round number 2 playing against Deluxikov. He plays first. He's opted to keep. We can also keep here. He's usually pretty aggressive. We'll have to decide if we want to get a red source right away. But it just kind of depends what he plays first. So hopefully everything is responding. Not sure if it is. Oh, Raven's Crime. So he's going to make me discard. And I have no idea what he's playing. So I guess of all these we can do without Lightning Bolt is going to be the first one. We could do without a land perhaps, but okay, now we've got a couple counter spells. I'm going to go ahead and play an island and pass. It looks like it might be some kind of tortured existence. Oh, okay, it's more like an aggressive zombies kind of thing. I'm just going to leave up counterspell here. Pretty much counter anything that comes down. And then I think we should possibly maybe be okay. If he makes us sack again. Fume Spitter. I think I'm actually just going to counter here. He might have something more important come down after. But I want to use my mana. So if he plays some crazy creature, we can always burn it, leave up another counter spell, do whatever we have to do. Okay, so, right, it's going to make me basically discard 2 cards once I kill that. So that kind of sucks, but we also have Treasure Cruise here. I'm not ready to discard just yet, so I'm going to let him bash me with that a few more times. He's down to 3 cards. Liliana Spectre I'm going to counter. And I could just discard the land here. But I think what I'd rather do is Divination. Even though we're 1 turn away from finding lands. Okay, here we are. So we'll go ahead and pass. If he has like a Chittering Rats or something. So right now we look like pure Izzet control. Yep, that's fine. So I'll pitch an island. And we'll wait, make sure we don't get hit with Bajuka Bog, I guess. I'll get a red source since we have an island here. We'll Treasure Cruise. And we'll just Stagger Shock these guys. How about that? That seems fine. We could have done it during our main phase, I guess. Cry of Contrition is a sorcery, correct? So he's doing 2 mana cycling, okay. And he's going to attack. I'm going to go ahead and Stagger Shock his Spectre. Then I'm going to have to discard another card, but that's okay. It'll work for Treasure Cruise. He may make me discard again. So I'll discard, I guess, Flame Slash. Oh, he cycles again. So he can unearth all that stuff. But Frostburn Weird's going to be pretty painful for him. So that's 4. We could cast 4 just to Treasure Cruise here. I think that's actually fine. And we have a billion removal spells. We are a little low on life total, so we gotta be careful of that. Because he can make me take like 6 here. But after that, we're possibly alright. We want to save Electrostatic Bolt to hit the zombie. And I think we're going to end up playing Frostburn Weird and Archaeomancer next turn. Okay, we're going to kill that, actually. He's going to make it huge. He's going to make us take 6. Here, I'll just do this. We'll get another blue. So we'll be at 6, but I think we're actually stable after that. So he may have some direct damage. I'm not sure. And he's got the zombie left. And we're going to leave up electrostatic bolts. So we drew a lightning bolt. I'm actually going to just use flame slash though. We could play Archaeomancer here, but I don't think it's necessary. Okay, so I'm going to discard Electrostatic Bolt, I guess. He has no cards. And he can unearth that, so it has haste. So he has 2 hasty guys. I have a Stagger Shock. I think I'm just going to get my Treasure Cruise back. And I'm going to attack him here. And if he doesn't block, I'll make my guy a 2 power. Duress. Okay, so he can take the lightning bolt, or he can take the treasure cruise. He'll probably take the treasure cruise, but it's probably not worth the 2 damage. I could also have just bolted that, but yeah, little does he know we have like a billion. We have a billion treasure cruises in the deck. We actually have more time than him, so I'm not completely worried. So we want to think about, you know, what to bring in after board. That's an interesting consideration. This... Okay, he's just going to unearth it now? What's he doing? Tapping out? So we'll cast this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll leave up a red. Kind of a big mistake. Because we drew a Ponder, but that's okay. We have Counterspell next up, so everything's looking pretty sweet. Okay. And I will discard, I guess, Flame Slash at this point. And I'll block. Ponder. We have another Frostburn Weird, so I think I'll just keep that. We'll draw that now. We'll draw the Ponder next. We could just leave up Counterspell also. That might actually be worthwhile. He has no... yeah, he might actually make us discard next turn. I guess... I guess we let that resolve. That's fine. And we'll keep all of this stuff because we're going to treasure cruise here. We'll leave Bolt and another, and I guess Ponder. And do we leave up a blocker? Yes. And we're going to discard Lightning Bolt or something. I guess we'll discard Flame Slash because he actually has no... He's actually going to lose. Because we'll counter his next play. And my computer's kind of lagging. Hopefully it's still recording. It's just really dark. I did turn down the brightness. We're still connected. Yeah, he's at 6. So even if he casts Rotting Rats, it doesn't matter. Oh. Well, he could have used Raven's Crime on us. I guess he forgot that it was in his... graveyard. So that's 7. All right, so we win game 1. We really want to, I think, hit his graveyard with Nihil Spellbomb. We want some of our other cards that'll just keep a guy on the table, perhaps. So, like, just stuff that manages the board, basically. He's really going to attack our hand, and I think he's going to attack our graveyard as well. Oh. He's sending us a lot of messages. I'm not going to concern myself with those at the moment. But I will look back on them at the end of the match. All right. So Electrickery doesn't seem great here. He's mono black. We definitely want Spellbomb. I think Counterspell in general is going to be just a little slow against his board. So we could start there. Mold Drifter is also kind of slow. It is a body to help us out. We may cut some Treasure Cruises because I imagine he will go after our graveyard. So I could see actually cutting 1 or 2. But he does attack our hand as well. So that's something to consider. The only things we really want to bring in, again, are Spellbomb, Curse, Narcolepsy. I think these will be good. He can obviously sack creatures to Carrion Feeder, but we can use them on a Carrion Feeder, like a really big one. And did I bring in the Spellbomb? Yeah. So that leaves us with a couple more options. I actually don't think Electrickery is that great. I'll bring in Treasure Cruise, because even against Graveyard Hate, you can resolve a Treasure Cruise for a relatively reasonable amount. Mold Drifter, we can draw cards early, so that's good. We probably never want to Thought Scour him. So I guess we just bring in 1 Counterspell. Counterspell actually didn't even do anything for us in that game, so I'm not so worried. And now we can... Oh, actually all of his chat went away. That's a bummer. Well, that's unfortunate. I just wanted to focus more on the gameplay, but I thought I could look at his messages at that point. Plus, you guys probably don't want to stare at a bunch of text while I'm going through all the decisions and stuff. There really wasn't time to divert to thinking about that. And I'm going to assume our connection is fine. Forgive me for, checking in every once in a while. Okay, so we're on the draw here. This hand is keepable. We'll definitely keep it. We got a removal spell, a Frostburn Weird. If he makes us discard, we'd probably start with... oh, he's going to duress first. Okay, cool. What he takes will kind of be a bit telling, because he might take that Bolt instead of the Cruise. He did get us pretty low, and that was one thing to think about. We didn't actually look at his graveyard all that much. I was pretty sure that I was fine, but he did get us down to like 6. So now he's writing down all the cards. Obviously. I guess I probably don't have to say that. So he took the Bolt. He did not take the Treasure Cruise, so he may have some kind of way to hate out the graveyard. I might get rid of the Thought Scour here. Probably just get rid of the Muldrifter. I'll get rid of the Thought Scour. Actually, the Thought Scour powers the Treasure Cruise up. Let's get rid of the Muldrifter. See what happens. All right, now we'll get rid of a land. We can Treasure Cruise next turn if he doesn't hate out our graveyard. Okay, Evolving Wilds is gone. Treasure Cruise is coming down. We're not getting any of these back now, so we'll go ahead and just use them. Because we got rid of our Archaeomancer. Alright, draw 3. And we'll just pass. We could just bolt his guy right away, but I'm going to wait. We have Electrostatic Bolts we'll use on the Spectre. Looks like he might kill something. Life Staff. Alright, we'll let him try and equip. Yeah, this is fine. Let him take 1, and then we can bolt. He's out of cards, so I don't think he's going to... he's way behind. We're at 20. He's out of cards. I don't think he can get through this, actually. So he might take the Treasure Cruise. Life Staff doesn't actually do much for him. I mean, it lets his guys get in for more damage. They can fight through our stuff. But right now, it's not wholly relevant. He took Ponder. Okay, he's going to unearth. So I guess I'll get rid of Electrostatic Bolt. And now I just burn the Spectre. Okay, Flame Slash, not quite good enough. So we could attack here. I think I'm just going to hold, though. We'll Stagger Shock. The reason I don't do it on my turn is he can just unearth right away. He can equip, but I don't care if he equips. I mean, he gains 3, I guess. So I suppose that's fine. In fact, I can just take it at this point. Dredgescape Zombie, okay. So I guess I Stagger Shock this now. And then I can Treasure Cruise and it won't matter what happens. He just ends. Yeah, I'm not too concerned with him gaining 3 or making me discard. We'll go ahead and just blow this right now. Kind of just speed things up a bit. And he's going to hit for 1. Actually 2. Yeah, that's fine. I'll pitch the island. Yep. Oh, that's the... okay, I'll pitch both, both cards. So maybe a little overzealous there. Now I guess I can attack for 2 and or for 3. Okay. All right, I don't think he's going to unearth then. But I will block. Or not. So just Flame Slash. He's going to hit back for 4. We hit him for 7. We're threatening 8. I think that's actually fine. But if he blocks, we do lose the Flame Slash. He's going to gain 6. Then we're going to pitch 2 cards. I guess I could have Flame Slashed his thing, but we'll see. Oh, he pitched Cry of Contrition. Okay. He's going to take 8. We have plenty of time on the clock. So... take 8. Spectre's pretty good. Becomes a 3/1. Let's attack first. I think he's gonna block now. So he's at 5. He can hit us for 4, or he can try and gain 6 off of this, which is also fine with me. Yep. If I draw any kind of bolt, I can bolt him before these life staff triggers resolve. Depending what his last card is. I don't know what it is. It might be a land. He might be bluffing. It can only be a removal spell at this point, so... It's 4 power, so I guess we'll try and kill it. And I don't have any reason to play around anything because he really hasn't shown any removal. So there's not like a particular removal spell I can say, oh, I want to play around that. So he's at 3. I'm going to F6. 5 lands. Cry of Contrition on my guy, so I think that's probably game. And we win 2-0. Thanks to Deluxe Icop. Thanks to all you guys for watching. We're 2-0 going up to round 3. So we're going to do our best and hopefully get one or both of these next matches. Talk to you guys later.
If you'd like to purchase Magic Online cards at competitive prices, check out our web store at mtgoacademy.com/store.
Hello, supporters of MTGO Academy. We are here in the third round, the 2-0 bracket. We're on the play. I've kept this speculative hand with 5 lands, but I'm really hoping that we can do something with it. It looks like we're facing the mono white tokens type deck, possibly. And we don't want to reveal that. Unfortunately, we're going to have to just pass here. Kind of frustrating. No attacks. We do have a removal spell. We definitely have enough lands for Mole Drifter and stuff like that. So let's see. We have something. Okay, it's actually just traditional mono white. I imagine this is a good matchup, but our hand is really crappy. Yeah, we'll reveal that. That's actually a pretty good one. So I think we'll just attack him here, and we have a Stagger Shock. We could also block the Doom Traveler. And that Stagger Shock kills Loyal Cathar. So that's nice. Yeah, I'm just going to try and kill it here. So that was a good one to flip. We take 1. He has another Loyal Cathar. So I'm actually going to Stagger Shock the other Loyal Cathar at this point, in case we draw something like Frostburn Weird. We have a Ponder. Let's go ahead and use that. We want all this stuff, so I don't even think we shuffle or anything. We just go with this, play an island, and we attack. We can leave up Lightning Bolt. And he's actually pretty low. I'm going to save the Bolt for like a Core Skyfisher or something. So I'll take 5. We have a Flame Slash on the top. Where that Ponder's at. So we can take 5 here. He's going to take 6. He may use a Journey. If he uses a Journey, I'll go ahead and bolt a creature. I guess we can actually bolt one because we do have that Flame Slash, so even if he has a Core Skyfisher, it doesn't matter. So this could be Prismatic Strands as well. But that would burn up his whole turn. Okay, take 3. He might play Razor Golem. Oh, another Cathar, okay. And a Bone Splitter, so that actually changes some things. We want like a counter spell. Ooh. Mole Drifter is also very nice. So he's got 7 damage here. We have a Mole Drifter next turn. Maybe I'll just leave one guy behind. Or we could attack for 6, puts him at 8, but... And no, we only take 5, right? Alright, I'm fine with that. Actually, again, we'll Flame Slash here. I don't think I played a land, did I? Okay, we'll play this, but we're not going to sack it. And we'll sack it before we cast Mole Drifter. This actually sets us up for like a core Skyfisher, which might be a problem. But we've got some options here. He's the one that's running out of options. Javelineer is fine. Oh, he's playing Triplicate Spirits. Wow, that changes a whole hell of a lot. Wow, that changes a lot. That's shocking. So, I'm not sure we can attack. Because if he has Pledge... Well, actually, I don't even know if we survive a Pledge. So if we attack with both of these... Pledge is 9, 12, 14, and one of those. So we probably lose. That's the only thing that... But he needs a land to also... I'm actually going to attack for 6. I think it's actually better. Even if he double blocks. No, he just takes it. So this puts him in burn range. So he has to kill me now because I think Treasure Cruise will kill him. Yeah, he doesn't have it. Okay. Did I do the math wrong? 6, 15. Oh, maybe I did it wrong. Oh, it's just enough to kill me. Oops! Wow, I did the math wrong and I paid the price. Okay, that was bad. That was very bad. But I think we are in decent shape. Wow, yeah, okay. So I didn't play around the spell that was his only way of winning, so that was bad. I definitely miscounted. So yeah, let's move on, and we're gonna have to take these next 2 games. So in this matchup, I've been cutting, counterspell, and we could cut some number of these expensive spells. We want Electrickery, Echoing Truth. He could be playing Cursive. He could be playing like Guardian or something. I'm not sure about that. Guardian's Pledge is a consideration. It is a concern, but I think it's a little better if we try and keep his guys down. Just keep his board completely down. So I could cut this Mancer for another removal spell, and I think that's fine. So he's got the base level guys: Traveler, Javelineer, Cathar. He probably has Armorer. He probably has Battle Screech, Squadron Hawk. So with no counters, we can't counter like a Squadron Hawk. We are on the play, so it might be better to do that. But Electrickery also gets us there. Frostburn Weird's fine. Yeah, I think we want it like this. I think this is actually fine. No counters. We kind of screwed up there. I think we could have played a little bit. We're definitely keeping this. I think we could have played a little more cautiously at that point. Oops, I keep clicking the wrong thing. This Electrickery looks awesome, so... He keeps 7. And he may... Oh, no Javelineer. Okay. That's very good for us. And so is this. So we'll go ahead and attack. Okay, I'll Thought Scour myself. Did not find a land. Thought Scour myself again. Play an island. We missed a couple things there. We'll go ahead and just attack them here. For instance, we milled out our own Frostburn Weird. We have all this removal. Squadron Hawk is fine. So, I think we're going to Electrostatic Bolt his Loyal Cathar and set him up for an Electrickery. We also have Stagger Shock, which he knows about. But just to maximize our mana, hopefully no Rally. Okay, no Rally. Cool. Well, he knows about... Okay, and he pitches a Squadron Hawk. Another Electrickery. So I'll just attack here. He's screwed on lands at the moment, so we could Stagger Shock him. I may just be interested in using Electrickery. Especially because we have the 2 copies. Why does he have 2 in the... Oh, he shouldn't have 2 in his graveyard, but he does. He found his land. Okay, he's just going to attack with the Cathar. He's attacking with both. Okay. I'm going to wait till he kind of taps out here. Oh, he's just going to leave up Prismatic Strands. That's interesting. Okay, well, he's leaving up Prismatic Strands or Unmake. So maybe we just untap. We'll just untap. It's fine. Then if he tries to use it, I'm just going to cast Electrickery in response, I think. I have a lot of red, so I'm going to get a Raise the Alarm. Alright, I'll cast Electrickery here. Before he can untap. I have another one. Looks like he may have another Raise the Alarm. And I have a lethal amount of burn. So all I have to do is stay alive. And make sure he doesn't... For instance, if he takes this, he's just going to lose. Alright, so I think I just go for it here. The only thing he could have is Rest for the Weary or Hallow or something. Alright, Alright, so that game was a lot more convincing. We just need to take one more game here, and we're definitely going home with packs. We will be on the draw, which is going to be very scary against a tokens deck, but I definitely think we can handle it. So, Curse and Narcolepsy, not amazing, but I think it's still better than any type of counterspell on the draw, or a 4-drop 1/2 creature. So, I'm just going to submit like this. And I do have an air conditioner, or I do have a fan on right now to try and keep the computer kind of cooled down. So if you are hearing that, that's what that is. This hand is really slow, but I don't think it's enough to mulligan. So he's kept 7. We do have 1 removal spell, and that's it. We're probably going to blow one of these as a divination, so we'll see. Okay, so he's got more guys. I might just bolt one of them, depending what we draw here. There's Electrickery, so just depends if we want to play Mountain or play Evolving Wilds. I guess we'll play Mountain. If there's something he has that is going to like buff his guys, like Lumith Red Field, we want to at least get some value out of the Electrickery. Okay, 3 mana. I'll take the damage. We haven't seen Prismatic Strands yet, have we? Okay, Cathar, I'm going to bolt. Then we have the option of casting Electrickery. We can also just like Divination or something. We have another one, so I'm just going to set it up like this. I'll take 4, but that's about all I'm willing to take at this point. Alright, I'm just going to fire this off. And it worked. I'm kind of surprised. So what does he have? Eyes in the Skies or 2 Raise the Alarm? Something like that. We have a bolt also, so I'm just going to pass. He could have double Raise the Alarm. I'm also willing to get rid of that. Because we're going to want to use some mana while we tap out for Muldrifter. So here comes Triplicate Spirits. That's fine. We're going to Electrickery that. I could Treasure Cruise for 3, but I'm going to get on the board first. Yeah, this is looking awesome. Okay. I can start just burning this stuff. He does have potentially Guardian's Pledge. We have so much burn. So what I'll do here is burn 1. Then I'm going to cruise for 2. We're pulling way ahead here. I'll go ahead and just burn this one also. I'll use Electrostatic Bolt. When you have Treasure Cruise and Muldrifters, it's really fine to 1-for-1, or even let yourself get 2-for-1 against his tokens, because as long as I'm just using my mana and casting a bunch of spells, we're going to be outperforming him. This is Triplicate Spirits actually doesn't matter that much. We have Echoing Truth. There's not really anything he can do about that. So, let's see. I think we can just attack first with everything and see what he wants to do. I'm fine with him trading, and we can just save that in our little bank, leave that in the bank. Echoing Truth like really screws this up, so he's gonna double block there. Sure, he's gonna triple block there. Yep. I'm gonna play another one. Yeah, so now we're just totally outclassing him in all respects. So let's just see what else we can find. I don't really want these. So yeah. This is why I was kind of disappointed to lose that first game, because I feel like our deck just has so many tools to outclass a mid-rangey creature deck like this. So not to underestimate what he's doing by any stretch. We can't let that happen. You know, we can't get cocky like that. He is finding Squadron Hawk, so that's going to be an issue. I'm just going to kind of burn everything down, though. I only have 2 removal spells, but I'm going to burn 2 of the Hawks. And then if he wants to... He's also leaving up Raise the Alarm at this point. So it might be a good idea to... I think we should flame slash one guy, because I think he might have Raise the Alarm. I guess that's all he could have, right? And we have Echoing Truth, so I think we're actually fine bolting a thing and then Echoing Truth on the rest. If he wants to double block Delver, that's also okay. So let's see what he does. Okay, he just single block. No, he double blocks. Okay, so I guess I'll just bolt one. We're going to have to deal with the Hawk anyway. And I'll also play Mole Drifter. I have 35 cards left, so I think we're fine. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so there's really nothing to worry about at this point, from what I can tell. He didn't have a Raise the Alarm, so I'm not sure. I guess he was just trying to play around. Alright, Spirits, we're probably just going to Truth. Do we want to Ponder first or draw 3 cards? I think we'll Ponder first. There's another Delver, another Molt. I mean, all this stuff is fine. I want to play Delver now. We can play double Delver, Echoing Truth his guys, and Flame Slash something else, or leave up. I mean, this is just all that really needs to happen here. You know what I mean? Like, Echoing Truth could do more damage, but just as a counterspell, the Triplicate Spirits is going to be fine. With the amount of cards we're seeing, he's at 6. You know, I don't think he can really do anything. Okay, so he still has 2 Hawks in hand. Okay. So I'll just burn away one of the Hawks. I'll burn away another one. So he's going to ping a Delver. Who's he pinging? Himself. Okay, he's just doing a little ceremony here. And we win. All right, guys, we're 3-0. We're definitely getting some packs. Maybe we can do 4-0, but I think this deck is just really showcasing its power level. It's pretty ridiculous how fast it rips through cards, plays all these cheap one mana spells, and I mean, typically these kind of cards would be tough for a deck playing Delver of Secrets because they're usually like 2-for-1s and stuff. But we're just going way over the top in terms of card advantage. So hopefully we can make it a 4-0. Talk to you guys then.